Today, I'm gonna build a microscale Lego Jurassic Park habitat. Recently, I've been watching the Jurassic Park series of video made by fellow YouTuber MB Briggs, link in the description down below, and I thought that maybe it's time for me to build something Jurassic Park related. So I rely on what I'm more familiar with, which is minifigure habitat and microscale build. This came together already before for my microscale habitat series, but today I thought I wanted to build something different. So the main inspiration was this build from Jonas Kram that I will link down below, and is the famous scene from Jurassic Park with the raptors in the kitchen. So here we have a couple of microscale raptors from Lego, and here is the ones that are gonna set the scale for my habitat. We have the usual 8x8 base, but as you can see, I've been building up, this is, let's say, 2 bricks tall. I wanted to build a sort of frame like we did in many of our mocks and creations. So I raise the base a little bit higher and make it look like it's in a frame. Here you already have the floor build, and now let's move up on the floor and see how this scene is gonna come together. So over here, I decided to go with regular tan for the walls, and of course we are gonna have to add a lot of details. Over here on the side, we are gonna add some details on the wall. This is gonna be a kitchen, so we're gonna add as well some cabinets here on the side. And over here in the center, we are gonna have a table over here. On this side, this is where the door opened, where the raptors came in. We are gonna have an exit sign on top and the two little cameras that I try to sort of recreate here in microscale. And then over here, we're gonna need to add the door. Before we add the door, I'm gonna add the wall here, and you can see here I already added a bracket to which I can connect this simple build for the door. We have another plate at the back that cannot be seen once connected, so it makes it look like the door is coming exactly from here, is hinge over there, and is perfectly aligned. Now over here we have some window, and here we also have to add some ventilation. I decided to use actually some of these wheel parts that are gonna be offset a little bit at the back, and then we can top everything off to complete the wall. As you can see, so far is a very simple and straightforward build. Now we can already start to add the first Velociraptor over here. Because the table is gonna be a little bit taller and the raptor is actually a little bit small, I decided to lift it up a couple of studs. Because this is gonna be the table, very simple build in light gray. I connected here at the back. I'm using some lightsaber for the legs, and here I'm gonna, let's say, sandwich in between lightsabers this clip. So we are gonna have another lightsaber for this third leg over here, and this is gonna basically give us another level, another compartment at the bottom. Because of this connection over here, I'm not gonna add the fourth leg at the back, but anyway, it's not gonna be seen. So this is gonna slide over here. Okay, so now you can see the scene is already starting to take shape. Another thing that we need to add is the character. So we have the two kids here in the scene. So I decided to go with these slopes at the front that represent the legs that are folding. So they are holding on their legs, sitting on the floor. And here we have the head and the hair. So this is the sister with blonde hair and the brother with a slightly different combination of brackets and a slightly different hairstyle. They're gonna be sitting over here. Already you can see that the scene is starting to get a little bit more recognizable. I think we can add a little bit more details. So here I'm gonna add a pile of plates and a sort of pen on the floor. The scale more or less work. Probably the pen is a little bit too big at this scale. And I think also the raptor should be much bigger than this compared to these figures. But we need to make some exception in order to make this work. Over here on the side, I decided to build this big shelf. Very simple. We have two plates on the side, and then in between the studs, I put 3 tiles, and all of these inside are not actually connected, but they are all held there by pressure. This is just gonna slide back there, and we can add also a couple more details and accessory here on the top, and I think these more or less work in the scale of this kitchen. Now the last thing we need to do is to take back The other raptor, I'm not going to use the green one, but we're going to use 2 brown one. And this is the one that is going to jump on top of the table in the kitchen. And I have to say that I think the scene is pretty much recognizable. Of course, not everything is well connected, so I need to be a little bit careful to moving this around. But maybe this could be an idea for a new format, maybe recreating some movie scene and make a new habitat stack. And you can leave me your suggestion down in the description below. And if you like habitats and if you like microscale build, then of course what I recommend you to watch is the overview of my 10 microscale habitat that I built quite a while ago on the channel, and you can actually find a video for each one of these habitats. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Ciao, ciao!